Okay, so previous class we learnt what are union of sets and then intersection of sets. Okay, we learned what is intersection of sets and we also learned what is difference between two sets. Correct? And then we also learned another concept called complement of a set. Okay, in complement of a set where we consider every other element other than what is available in the set. Okay, so that is called as complement. So for example, if we take S as universal set and P as one set, okay, so whatever elements which are not there in P, we are going to write that as P complement. Same thing for Q, what all is not there in Q, all that will be Q complement. Okay, so that is the concept of complement. Now before we understand De Morgan's law, okay, there's something called De Morgan's law in sets, we will understand few more basic laws which are very widely used in set theory. Okay, so we'll go to that part first. Those are very simple and interesting, but we will be using them for problems. All these will be part of your problems. Okay, so first one is commutative law. Now in commutative law we have two rules. See, always laws will have two types of rules. One is for union, one is for union of sets, another is for intersection of sets. Okay, so if A and B are any two sets, then A union B is equal to B union A. So first law, what they're saying is, if you find if A and B are any two sets, in that case, if A union B, if we find out, and if we also find out B union A, both the answers will be same. So let us verify if it really will be same or not. Okay, now let's use this example here. Okay, please be active. You will be answering most of the answers here because we have already learned union and intersection of sets. So in that case, set A is 1, 2, 3 and set B is 2, 3, 4. So set A is 1, 2, 3, set B is 2, 3, 4. Now, please say me what is A union B. What is A union B? So first I will write elements from which set? Okay, good. Many are giving answers, but from first which element I'll write? From first one. So, sorry, from set A. So that will be 1, 2 and 3. Okay. Now from set B, which is that element which I have to add here? Now set A already has 1, 2, 3. Now from set B, which is that element which I have to add? Yeah, out of 2, 3, 4, 2 and 3 is already written here. So I just have to add 4. Okay, I don't repeat the numbers again over and again. So what I do, I just add whatever is not available. Yeah, 3 was also there and 4 we have added. So this is A union B. Now coming to B union A. Now B union A, which is the first set I will add? Which is the first set I will add? B. Please use capitals. So B. So that is 2, 3 and 4. Correct? 2, 3 and 4 I will add. Now after this, I'm supposed to add from set A. Now from set A, which is that element which I'm supposed to add here? 1. Correct? So instead of you can write 1 here also, or you can write 1 in the starting also. So just for simplicity's sake, I'm just going to write 1 in the starting. Now if I write 1 here also, it means the same, because if the elements are same, no matter in whichever direction they are, that means both the sets are same. Now when we see the answer here, it is A union B, B union A, both the answers are same. So therefore, I can easily say A union B is equal to B union A. Did you all understand? Any doubts in this first law? A union B is equal to B union A. Okay. Now, let's go for the next law, that is A intersection B and B intersection A. Now, almost the application is same. Okay, the application will be same. We are using the same set. Okay, so we are using this A 1 2 3 and B 2 3 4 only, but we are going to find the intersection. Now, what is intersection of sets? Can you all type it quickly in the chat box? What is intersection of sets? What do you understand by intersection? Good, I'm getting answers. Few more. I want everybody to give me the answers. A problem, we will solve it. I'm asking about the theory. Correct. So what is that we are going to find in intersection is common elements. So we are going to find out common elements in intersection. Now here what will happen is the same set A and B. The same set we are going to consider. Now in this, what are the common elements between A and B? Now say me the answer. What are the common elements between A and B? 2 and 3. So 2 and 3 are the common elements when I consider A intersection B. Now, when I am supposed to solve B intersection A, again I have to consider same set A and B. I'm supposed to consider the same set A and B. Now again I will have the same answer, which is 2 and 3. Yes? So I'm going to have the same answer, which is 2 and 3. So in short, which means A intersection B is equal to B intersection A. So therefore, we have proved that A union B is equal to B union A, and A intersection B is equal to B intersection A. Did you all understand? Any doubts until here? Okay, so let us continue. Now that was commutative law. What was the first two? What is this law called as? Everybody is supposed to type. What is this law called as? Quickly. Everybody give me the answers. Commutative law. Now in commutative law, the first rule is A union B and B union C. Correct? Okay, so let's continue. Next is associative law. Now in associative law, we are going to have 3 sets. Now for commutative law, we had 2 sets. For associative law, we have 3 sets. Okay. So for associative law, how many sets do we have? Guys, are you all sleeping? Come on, wake up. We have much interesting topic going on. Yeah. You'll have to be active and you'll have to reply like this. Good. So in associative law, we are going to have 3 sets. Okay. Suppose if we have 3 sets. Okay. Rida, it's not 3 laws. Okay. It is 3 sets. Why I'm talking about 3 set is, see, it says A, B and C. Okay. So that's why set A, set B and set C. So the first line says, if A, B, C are 3 sets, then the first rule is A union B union C. Now, if you see, you cannot directly take the union of A, B, C at a time. Okay. A, B, C, A union B union C, we cannot take it at a time in many situations. So what we will do is that first we will take the union of B and C. Okay, let me change the color here. We are going to take the union of B and C. And then you will get one set here, B union C. Using that set, we are going to find the union with A. I'll repeat it again. Listen carefully. So, since we have 3 sets A, B, C, many situations we will not be able to take the union of the 3 sets simultaneously or at a time. So what we do, we first calculate B union C. Okay, so we first calculate B union C, which means we get one set here, okay, with some elements. Now, after getting some elements here, now we are going to take union. Now, we know what is set A already. So, A union, this set will give us A union B union C. Okay, A union B union C. Clear? Did you understand the first law? Okay, let's see an example. Okay, we'll understand again through example. Now set A is 1, 2, 3, 4. Set B is 3, 4, 5, 6. And set C is 5, 6, 7, 8. Now first we have to find out B union C. Now for B union C, which is the first set I have to consider? Quick. Set B. Good. So in set B, from set B, I'm going to write down 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now after set B, I am supposed to consider set C. Now in set C, 5 and 6 is already taken care from B. So 7, 8 is remaining. So I write 7 and 8. So B union C is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have got one set for B union C. Yes. Now set A is available and then B union C is also available. Now let us solve A union B union C. Sorry. A union B union C. Now, which is the first set I have to consider now? In A union B union C, which is the first set I have to consider? A. Very good. Now, when I consider set A, so I have elements like 1, 2, 3 and 4. Correct? Now, for the second set, I'm supposed to consider B union C. Okay, I'm supposed to consider B union C. B union C is already available here for me. So, in this set, 3 is already written. 3 is common. 4 is already written. Very good. So, I will consider 5, 6, 7, 8. So, my total set for A union B union C is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Understood? Did you all understand? Any doubts until here? Okay. So whatever we solved was only this first part. Okay, so this, it was only first part. Now let us solve the next part. Let us solve this part now. Now the second part, what it is talking about, A union B union C only, but the brackets are onto the other side. If you see here, you have A union B union C, but the brackets are for B union C. But here the brackets are for A union B, right? So what we will do is, out of A union B union C, we are going to first calculate A union B. Now we have set A, we have set B. Now can you say me what will be the elements in A union B quickly? So from A we are going to take 1, 2, 3, 4. From B 3, 4 is already there, so we take 5, 6. Very good. So A union B is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Correct. So that will be your A union B. Now going on further, we have set C already available. So A union B union C. Okay, A union B union C. Okay, so here I have A union B, I have C. Now what are the elements that should be present in this set? Good, I'm getting answers already. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from this set. And then coming to set C, 5, 6 are already there. So I consider 7 and 8. Very good. Very good. That's nice. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fine. So this completes our first law from associative law, where A union B union C is equal to A union B union C. So if you remember, when we solved A union B union C, we still got the same answer. We still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that is why this rule, these are almost like equality rules. So while solving problems, when you get the numbers for A, B, C, then it will be easy for you to solve them. So this was first rule of union, that is A union B union C is equal to A union B union C. Everybody understood? Okay. Can we go further? We will see the second rule or the second law. Okay, great. Now, the next one, how we had union here. Now, in the place of union, we will have intersection. Okay. So we will first see A intersection B intersection C. Okay. In union, we are going to add up all the terms, which means we are going to just combine both the sets. But when it comes to intersection, what are we going to find out? What will we find in intersection? Common elements. Very good. So we are going to find common elements in intersection. Okay. Now let us take, now first one is A intersection B intersection C. Now out of this A intersection B intersection C, there is bracket which is given for B intersection C. So we're going to first solve this. Okay. So we know what is set B, we know what is set C. Correct. So let us solve B intersection C. Now B intersection C, what are the common elements in B and C? Out of these two sets, which are the common elements? 5 and 6. Very evident. 5 and 6 is common. So B intersection C is 5 and 6. Okay. Now comes the actual thing. Now B intersection C is available. Now set A is also there. Now A intersection B intersection C is equal to, now I know what is A, I know what is B intersection C. Okay, for our reference, I'm going to write down both the sets here. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is set A. Intersection set B is 5 and 6. Now, who can say me what is common? People, you're supposed to say me what is common from set A and set B intersection C. See the sets properly and then answer me. Set A is 1, 2, 3, 4. Set A is 1, 2, 3, 4. B intersection C is 5 and 6. So, intersection is common elements. Now, in between these two sets, do I see anything common? No. Okay. I think many of you are getting confused. 3 and 4 are not common. I am not finding common between A and B. 5 and 6 are also not common because I am not finding any other intersection. I'm not using both of these at all now. I have a new set which is B intersection C, 5 and 6, and there is a set A, 1, 2, 3, 4. So in between these two, I have to check what are the common elements. And it is very, very clear that there are no common elements between these two sets. So when there are no common elements, I'll have to leave the set empty, which is nothing but it is called as null set. Did you all understand? Please do not get confused. Okay. So when you're solving between A intersection B intersection C, don't go back to the individual sets of B and C. Yes, I will explain it once again. Okay. Don't go back to the individual sets of B and C. Consider whatever we have already solved here. Okay. Just a second. I'll repeat it again. Now, first using B and C. Okay. Using set B and set C, we found out what is B intersection C. B intersection C is nothing but common elements. Now, if you see between B and C, 5 and 6 are common in both the sets. So, 5 and 6 are B intersection C. Correct? Now, after this, forget these sets. Now we have solved this, right? Now forget these sets. Over. Now we have set A. Let me take this out also so that you don't get confused. Okay, now we have set A available. Now in set A, whatever is available to us, that is set A, and set B and C. In between these two sets, I have to find what is common. So A intersection B intersection C. If you're getting confused, the best way to solve this is write down both the sets. Now what is set A? Set A is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, intersection. Now what is set B intersection C? That we have already found here, which is 5 and 6. Okay, now if you observe these two sets, there is nothing common in between these two sets. There is nothing common. So in that case, I will have a empty set. So empty set can also be written as null set. Yes. So A intersection B intersection C, the final value is null set. Did you all understand now? First solve what is there inside the bracket, and then we will take the set outside the bracket. Okay. Now, so that was only your first part. Okay. First part of associative law. Now we have another part of associative law where the brackets are towards A intersection B. Okay. Now, since you have understood the first part, now answer for the second part. Now, first, which I should consider? Which are the two sets I should consider first? For A intersection B intersection C, first I should consider A and B. Very good. So I have set A and I have set B. Now let us find out A intersection B. Now can you say me which are the common elements between A and B? I have 3 which is common, and then 4 is common. So A intersection B intersection C is 3, 4. Okay. Now, since I have finished A intersection B intersection C, I am not gonna see these individual sets. Okay, because I have already solved it. So there's no use, or I need not. There is no requirement for me to check. Now, next is I have A intersection B, which I have already solved, and then I have set C. Okay, so A intersection B intersection C, where the brackets are for this. Now I have a set which is A intersection B, that is 3, 4. Intersection. What is set C? 5, 6, 7, 8. Anything is there common in between these two set? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No common elements. Since there is no common elements, it's an empty set where I can call them as null set. So A intersection B intersection C is nothing but null set here. If you remember, previously also it was null set. Okay. So in short, what we are trying to say here is A intersection B intersection C is equal to A intersection B intersection C. It is not that every time you will get null set. No. Okay. Don't come to that conclusion. It's in this problem we got null set. Okay. There are many problems where you will have answers. In that case, answers will be equal. Let's say, for example, if you get an answer here as 3, okay, if you get an answer here as 3, here also you should get an answer of 3 for A intersection B intersection C. Clear? Understood? We will consider one more example for A intersection B intersection C. You want one more example? Okay. So are you clear or you want one more example quickly? I want everybody to answer one more. Okay. We'll take a very simple one and we'll quickly finish. Okay. S is one set. Now S is a set which has A, B, C, D, E. Or we'll take it as A only. Why confusion? Okay. So we'll take as A. A is equal to small a, B, C, D, E. And then we have B. Okay. B has C, we'll take A, C, E, G, I. Okay. This is 1. And then C. Now for C, let's say A, C, E, F, G, H, I, J. Okay. Now let us quickly solve what is A intersection B intersection C. First part, what is A intersection B intersection C? Now out of this, which I should solve first? A intersection B intersection C. Rida, it's intersection, my dear. Okay. We are supposed to solve B intersection C, which means B and C. Now, what are the common elements between B and C? What are the common elements between B and C? A, C, E, G, I. I have all the common elements. Correct? Now, let us go with A intersection B intersection C. Now, there is set A, there is set B intersection C. Now, what are the common elements? A is common, C is common, E is common. Now, did you understand? See, you will not always get null set. That is not a rule of getting null set. It is a rule of getting same answer for A intersection B intersection C and A intersection B intersection C. So here you have got the answer as what? A, C and E. Let us write that down here. Okay. So we got the answer of A, C and E. Now let us solve the other part of A intersection B intersection C. Now in the other part of A intersection B intersection C, now here the bracket will be to the other side. Now what is A intersection B? A intersection B is A, C and E. Very good. So the common things are A, C and E. Now coming to A intersection B intersection C. Now I have C, I have A intersection B. So what should be the common things? A, C, E. AC is the common thing. Now you see here, first for this also we got ACE as the answer. For this also we are getting ACE as the answer, which means the second law is also applicable and it also is proved. Okay, understood associative law? The first one will be for union, A union, B union, C. And the next one is A union, B union, C, but wherein the brackets will differ. Be careful with the brackets and understand them. The second law will be for A intersection B intersection C, where brackets will be for B and C. which is equal to A intersection B intersection C. The brackets is for A and B. Okay. Now, this is the example for both of the rules. Okay, you can go through this and you can copy it down. We just solved it there directly. Okay, here I've given it also for you to copy down in the notes so that later you'll be able to understand. Now, the last one is distributive law. So the first one we saw as commutative law, then we had associative law, and then now we have distributive law. In distributive law also we have 3 sets. Okay, I'll just say you the law and tomorrow we will continue with the rest part. Okay, when A, B, C are 3 sets, A union B intersection. So if you understand here, we have both union and intersection available. So A union B intersection C is equal to A union B intersection union C. Okay, I'll repeat it again. A union B intersection C is equal to, first take down this, A union B. Then intersection is taken to the other side, and then A union C. So if you have union here, union should come in both of the places. If you have intersection here,